Now, it's Lunchtime with Ira, live from the Las Vegas Hilton.
Welcome back to Lunchtime with Ira, and if you've noticed something slightly different about me, it perhaps is this jacket. And that's because our two guests are from the Liberace Museum and Foundation. And I have decided to wear this jacket in honor of these two guests. One is Michael Feder, who is with the Fame Forum and is a licensing agent for Liberace products. And the other gentleman is Darren Hollingsworth, who is the CEO of the Liberace Museum and Foundation. And welcome, gentlemen, to Lunchtime with Ira.
Good to see you.
Thank you. And both of you have been on in different ways before over the years, and I'm delighted to have you back. And the reason I've decided to wear this jacket today is because it has to complement the shoes that we're going to be talking about. In fact, these shoes that are sitting right in front of me on the table, in fact, I'm wearing these shoes. Now tell us about, I'm styling. So tell us about these shoes. Why did you guys decide to, Liberace is known obviously for fashion, for music, for scholarships, for all that stuff. And now you're coming out with a whole brand of footwear. Liberace
Kicks. It's the way to introduce Liberace to young people, young at heart. These shoes have caught the attention of our traditional guests at the museum, but they were originally designed and targeted to the hip-hop community. The designer has a vast and extensive line. Alan Kashi has an extensive line that goes into all sorts of different demographics, but this shoe is really crossing generational barriers.
I could see the appeal on a number of levels. Before I ask you anything else, the really important question is, how do you think I look in this jacket?
Glitter becomes you.
Yeah. I think Michael, what do you think?
The associate king of bling.
Thank you. Well, this is a jacket that's courtesy of Wes Winters, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate him lending us the jacket. He performs at the Liberace Museum, and not as a waxwork, but actually as a live person.
Correct, as a living tribute artist.
For our viewers and listeners.
Right, Liberace didn't like impersonators, but I think he would love the tribute show that Wes performs 3 days a week for us.
Now, before we talk about all of these shoes, I just want to quickly show our audience and demonstrate to our audience what they look like on human feet. Now, I couldn't find any humans, so I had to put them on myself instead. And I'm going to get down here and step down here, and so people can see actually what it looks like when you're wearing them.
That pant leg falls nicely.
Look at that!
Look at that break.
You look marvelous.
Look at that! Piano keys on the side. It's great. Have you thought about putting a little microchip in there to play "I'll Be Seeing You"?
Hey, great idea.
Would that work?
Great idea. Liberace's signature closing number. I think that's great. It's complete with the candelabra, the other signature icon that is Liberace.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us about these shoes. Let's just look from. We should point out too. I was going to wait until we got to a two-shot before doing it, but I'll come back to it.
Okay.
Let's do the shoes, starting with this pink number. Now, Michael, you wear this, right?
I do, actually. This is one of my favorite shoes. You know, one of the things about these shoes is they're incredibly comfortable. They're very state-of-the-art in terms of the mechanics, not just the looks, and you can spend an awful lot of time, and as the licensing agent with Liberace, I spend a lot of time at trade shows on my feet running around and trying to meet new partners, and I find these shoes really fit the mark.
You would wear that one? The pink one?
Actually, you know, it's interesting. We get a lot of demand from young skateboarding guys, and Deion Sanders of football fame called the Kashi company himself to try and get us a pair in his size, which are size 14, and right now we're pondering making them in his size.
Deion and the Belmonts probably would be interested in a pair. Okay, how about the green one?
All of these were inspired by Liberace costumes, so you can go to our website, liberace.org, and see the costumes that each pair relates to. The green really was more of a street costume that he wore that had bright green pants, one of the many colors of green that's represented on that shoe.
And the black one, of course, is the one that I demonstrated a little bit earlier.
Matches your jacket
looking
so well.
very good.
Yeah.
And we should point out, too, that each pair of shoes comes with additional laces.
Each pair has its bling strings, as I like to call them, but if you choose to add multiple strings, they're there for you in complementary colors.
The black one, of course, comes with the monkey fur. Now, it's not real monkey fur, so I don't want anyone to get too upset, but it's faux monkey fur.
I did notice that is the one color that does have that furish kind of feel to it, as opposed to...
really complements two costumes in the collection: the black diamond mink that's lined with about 40,000 2.5-carat Swarovski crystal rhinestones.
Nice. And
then a fur that on an Atisse created for Liberace that is monkey fur installed in an upside down format so that the fur falls away from the jacket, not lays flat on it.
Now this one is a brown one.
Actually,
I think it's brown.
It's reddish.
Reddish,
it's reddish. You know,
I have red-green blindness, so to me it's brown. But
I have worn that with my holiday tuxedo. I've worn it. That's the ones I have on today. That's inspired by the Matador costume, a lovely costume that Liberace wore and debuted in Mexico City. And he opened the show saying, "I brought you the whole enchilada."
Another great touch, of course, of all the shoes is that on the inside of the shoe, you see the keyboard motif goes all the way in. So it's
Liberace all the way.
All the way through.
and then also you have an additional piece that's not represented here, but the candelabra that gets onto the shoe as well.
The candelabra is...
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's show this one. There it is. Didn't see it from the angle I was at. Keychain candelabra.
Keychain candelabra for you. And you know, the thing that's so great about all of these shoes, Ira, is that they're really tied to Liberace's legacy of performance and showmanship, but to his legacy of generosity, because a portion of the proceeds of every one of these shoes, both sold in the store and across the world, help benefit our support for the arts and our scholarship program.
Which is very big. That program's been going strong for many years. Let's do these other two shoes. This is is this gold?
It is. It's gold. That is inspired by a costume that is blue on the outside and has a gold lining in the cape, the Rococo costume, and that was one that Liberace frequently used with his Dancing Waters set.
And this one, the last one here, is also, again, you have the extra laces. This is also pink, but a different kind of pink. It's more shocking, I guess. Or
First pink was inspired by the suit of glass that Liberace wore. This pink was inspired by a costume that's iconic in the collection because it was ostrich feathers, rooster feathers, chicken feathers, turkey feathers, and he descended 15 stairs at Radio City Music Hall coming out of a Fabergé egg at Easter time.
Amazing. And then if you get these shoes, you also get a certificate of authenticity.
Right.
Now, Michael, since you're the licensing agent for all this, what does that actually mean?
Well, it means that you have the authentic Liberace kick, that it isn't a pale imitation of a Liberace kick, but it's the real thing, and it means that part of your dollars are supporting the Scholarship Foundation. I might add that many of the costumes, if not all the costumes that we've talked about today, can be seen in Liberace, Your Personal Fashion Consultant, which is sold also. It's a book of punch-out paper dolls that are sold at the Liberace.org website as well.
Now, I have to say, because both of you have been on the show before. Now, Michael, you were on with your wife, Karen. And Darren, you've been on a couple of times, and I will tell you that and I have a good memory, this is the first time I've seen you having a lot of fun.
Oh, I love these shoes, I'll tell you.
I could see you really get a kick out of this, so to speak.
The first time I was on, it's interestingly enough, it was about shoes too, and it was also related to the Fetters. Karen Fetter had created an exhibit for us of Liberace's fabulous footwear.
But you were way too serious.
I know. I've learned how much fun this man was and how much joy he gave people, and you know what? He learned to laugh at himself early in his career, and he knew that the joke, it was a very expensive one, but he had to keep it up, so the joke was on him and for his audience.